Well, hey there everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we're out here for a little walk and chat with the boy. Come on, baby. With the boy. I just got done with work about an hour ago. And, just hanging out upstairs and tidying up and took the laundry out of the dryer. Then I was going to go fold it, and I was like, let's go on a walk first. I don't want to do this. It's like I already did dishes and trash and stuff. Let me take a little break from tidying up. Today is Tuesday, the 11th, I think. Pretty sure. Of August. Can't believe it's already almost middle of August. This is crazy. But the weather is relatively cool just because we have a ton of cloud cover and we're supposed to get some evening storms. And it's supposed to be pretty rainy and stormy the rest of the week, but I can't tell you how many times the weather report has claimed that. And then all we get is like a couple of drops. So, I'm not going to count on it. But I'm hoping so. It feels like it will, but who knows? So, anyway. So that's what's going on with me. Just working and diamond painting and living life. I haven't filmed in a minute. I did film a responding to your comments video, which I may or may not attach a portion of that to this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I filmed it, and I'll tell you about why I'm like, I don't know. Why I don't know why if I'll put the entire thing up. But I did that, I think last Thursday, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, so life's good. Work is good. It's gonna be busy the next couple of days. We're hiring for one of our customer care positions right now. And part of that process is we do a call simulation. So I pretend to be a customer and I call the candidates and I'm like, okay, I'm recording and I'm now gonna be a customer, and they get sent a fake document, and then they have to answer questions based off of that document. So they need to read through it and, tell me information. So I'm asking like, why is my bill so high? What is my account number? And they find it on the document just to see if they can, quickly pull up information. So we do that as part of the interview process. And I've got like 12 of them to do over the next 2 days, and they're half hour each. And so I'm booked back to back for the first half of tomorrow and Thursday, just doing call sims. So they're pretty draining, but it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. You just have to make them, you have to just knock them out because they're back to back every 30 minutes. So you really can't go over your 30-minute time with each person. So anyway, that's going to be the rest of this week, and then I have Friday off, luckily. So I have plans for Friday. I have plans to film a members video. I've been slacking on members videos, it feels like. So I have something planned for this Friday. Those of you that are members, you'll probably see that this coming weekend after I edit it. But I've got some plans. So got that going on. This past weekend, I dog sat for Alex and MJ. They went out of town for the weekend, so I watched Maverick Friday through yesterday, Friday through Monday. So we didn't do much in terms of like long hikes or anything because, you know, Maverick's getting up there and his mobility in his back legs isn't the greatest anymore. So you kind of just have to do regular walks with him. But we went on some pretty long walks. I just didn't really turn on the camera. Well, that's not a total truth. I did try to turn on the camera yesterday to film a walk and chat, but I called my mom when I left the office yesterday, and I was like, just wanted to catch up with her. Well, we ended up gabbing from the time I walked out of the door at work, got in the car, drove all the way home, got Maverick and Apollo, got my camera on because I was like, well, we'll probably wrap up the conversation at some point during my walk. Did our entire loop, got home, and we were still gabbing, so I didn't get to film. I just walked around with the camera, but it was really nice to catch up with my mother. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff, and I was talking to her about some ideas for future diamond painting images and stuff. It was really good. So, anyway, so yeah, other than that one attempt to film, I didn't really film with the boys while we were on our walks. And yeah, what else did I do? I don't know. Not really much. Last month, I went and had a consultation at a place called SLA Medical Spa. I don't know if I talked about that, but it is a Korean medical spa here in Colorado. It's about 30 minutes away from me, south. And so I went in for a consultation last month. They do free consultations, and they put your head in this box and take a bunch of pictures of your face, and then it analyzes it and tells you like how much skin dryness you have, sun damage, clogged pores, all that stuff. It shows you all these images, and then it gives you an age, a skin age. And it said my skin age was 38. And I was like, girl, I mean, at least it got lower than my actual age, but whatever. But it does, yeah. And the thing that I was like, this is a little bit sneaky, because they make you wash your face before you go and sit in this box. But the cleanser that they use, because we weren't allowed to put toner or moisturizer on or anything after that, it's just cleanse and go sit down. The cleanser that they used was quite drying, so my face did feel dry when I sat down. I'm like, this is not a good representation, because I don't have my full routine on, but whatever. So they did that, and I went there. I found them on Instagram, and one of their services is called Spicule. And I've talked about them before. They're those little, made from sponge, and they're like little needles that they put into different skincare products, and when you apply them, they get absorbed into your skin, very surface level, to help with skin turnover and exfoliation, but they are also meant to help other ingredients penetrate into the skin, and it feels like little needles. It feels like you're rubbing fiberglass insulation all over your face. It's not very comfortable, but it does work. So I've been using those for years. But they have a professional level treatment at this Korean spa, and you don't really see that too often, at least not here in Denver. So, and the place from their Instagram looked really beautiful and very well done. I was like, I'm gonna go check it out. So it is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous facility, and they have all these private rooms and a powder room with hair dryer and stuff, so you can, put yourself together after your spa day, and beverages. It's just very modern, very chic. So, and they do a lot of like laser treatments and stuff and Botox, but I wasn't there for any of that. I wanted to try the professional level spicule treatment to see if it's any stronger than the stuff I use at home. And then they add on an aquafacial, or you can do add-ons. One of them was an aquafacial, and it's like this little tool that has suction, but it also blasts water and hyaluronic acid and serum at your face at the same time. So it's meant to like suck up all the excess oil, but also hydrate. There's mixed reviews on how well those work, but I personally really like them. And anyway, we'll get there. So I've had it done twice before from just a regular spa, way back in my like post-college days up in Greeley. I've had it done twice up there when I was in my 20s. But certainly technology has changed. But anyway, so they were like, okay, we'll get you in for the spicule. I think we're about to have a potty break. Yep. So they're like, okay, we'll get you in for the spicule treatment. That comes with like a regular kind of facial, and then we'll add the aquafacial add-on on top of it. You're gonna be here for probably a couple hours, and we'll book you out three-ish weeks, a little over 3 weeks. And at first I was kind of bummed about that, because I was hoping they would just be like, we've got an esthetician ready for you right now. But they booked me 3 weeks out, A, because they're busy, and B, because they want you to pause your any prescription retinol, or any heavy exfoliants that you're doing for 2 weeks before any treatments, because they don't want to cause additional irritation, push your skin too far. So I was like, okay. So I did pause for almost 2 weeks. I think I was like 12 days that I paused using my prescription retinol and stuff. My skin's pretty resilient, and I was like, how bad can a spicule treatment really be? I'm not doing some sort of laser, something crazy. But I did abide by it. So anyway, that was this past Saturday in the morning. So I went in, and they checked me in. They took me to my little private spa room, which is really nice. And then the esthetician came in, and these are all, licensed estheticians. They're bilingual, English, Korean, but they do more of the Korean style spa experience, which is a little bit more intense. They're not quite as, at least from this experience, not quite as kid gloves and like soft. It's purpose driven. You're here to get this done and get all this crap out of your face. So that's what's going to happen, And so she was doing the aquafacial, and she was really getting in the corners of my nose, and on my forehead where I have the most congestion, and on my chin. She was like, oh, you have a lot of oil here or something. I was like, yeah, I know. Those are the worst areas, essentially like my T-zone. And she was really getting in there with that pen and sucking all that stuff out. And I was like, this is what I want. Like, I want someone to get in there and clear it out. I don't want the soft, gentle, like I want it out. So she was letting me have it, and I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. And so she did, I guess we're stopping to sniff. She did the aquafacial, and it felt so good once she was done. Like, my face just felt so much less like congested. It just felt like clean and like cleared out. And then she put on a mask, and they do the hot towel thing, and they use the hot towel to kind of pull on your chin to stretch your neck out, and did a head massage. It was very nice. So then when it came time for the actual spicule, the owner, her name's Ellie, she comes in, and she does like the lasers and all that stuff, where the estheticians do more of the facial stuff. So it's kind of like when you go to the dentist, and the dental assistant or the tech will come in and do some of the cleaning stuff, or kind of some of the other stuff, and then you'll get the actual dentist to come in to do fillings or crowns or whatever. It's kind of like that. So she comes in and she's like, Anthony? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, my name's Ellie. I'm like, Ellie, the owner? Because, I had been watching their Instagram. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, cool. She's like, yeah, we're going to do your spicule treatment, but I wanted to let you know that we're low on the spicule formula because we just haven't reordered it. Not a lot of people order that service. More people have been moving on to just doing micro needling. And I was like, oh, I see. And she's like, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do your full face, but I'll at least get the trouble spots and we won't charge you for this. And I was like, oh, okay. So she mixed the formula and she's applying it to my skin and they press it in. Like they're kind of pushing all these needles and stuff into your skin. And she's like, does it feel okay? I was like, it doesn't feel as intense as the one I use. And she's like, which one do you use? I was like, I use the, VT Riedel shot, but I use the 1300 power. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's really strong. I was like, yeah, so this is actually pretty nice. She's like, you may still get some peeling from this, the dead skin layers releasing over. It'll probably be fine for a day or two, and then you'll start seeing it like days 3 through 5 after you leave. And I was like, okay. She's like, but maybe not. So she ended up having enough to do my whole face, but she still didn't charge me for it. So they did that, and she's like, just for the trouble, because we're low on this, we're gonna do a cryo facial for you, and we're just gonna charge you the price of a normal facial instead of the spicule treatment, which the spicule treatment I think was $250, and I still got the spicule treatment, but she was, honest and like, I don't think I'm gonna have enough to really do what I need to do here, so we'll just do something else instead. And it's on the house. So anyway, they do this cryo facial thing, and they make you hold this little, this little device, I'm not sure what it was, in your hand, because I had my eyes closed. And then they take these two paddles and they put a bunch of cream or a gel on your face, and then they start massaging your face with these paddles, and they're like ice cold. It was so soothing and relaxing, and I was like, oh, I started falling asleep. It was just so nice, especially with the heat, having these like cold paddles just like massaging this gel kind of cream. Oh, it was so amazing. So they did that, and then she's like, and then the esthetician's like, okay, sheet mask time. So she comes back in and puts a sheet mask on me with some toner and some other stuff, and then they put this LED dome over your face. Then they put your legs in these massaging like leg sleeves that have different air pressure. So I'm getting a leg massage. She massaged my arms and my shoulder, and then let me sit with the mask on for about it was probably like about 20 minutes. And then they come in, do a face mist, put a moisturizer on, put a sunscreen on, and send you on your way. I was glowing to the gods after I was done with that. And the other thing Ellie said is, she's like, my manager told me that you have really good skin, and you do. It looks so good. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. That freaking scan that they did a few weeks ago told me I had 38-year-old skin. I didn't say that, but she's like, yeah, you have really good skin. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, I try to be consistent. I'm getting more consistent. So anyway, it was fantastic. They let you kind of sit in the powder room if you want, and they have different sparkling waters and drinks and stuff. And then, yeah, my total ended up being, I think it was supposed to be $300 with the spicule and the aquafacial, and I think I paid like $110. So I left a big tip, because I was like, I think the esthetician must have been expecting to do a higher price service. So I tipped for the service I had booked, not the one I paid for. And yeah, and then after that I went and got, I went to H Mart and did some shopping at H Mart, and then had lunch there. I got like a little udon bowl situation. And then after that, come on, hop up. After that, I was looking up on Yelp and on Google just some like fun shops to maybe check out on my way home. And there was a Korean tea shop slash like medicinal herb shop that I'd never heard about that was kind of on the way home. So I stopped there and I got some tea, and the lady that was working there isn't the owner, but she's like, yeah, we do retreats to Korea a couple times a year, and people can sign up to come along with us. It's like an all-inclusive thing. You just pay for your flights, and it's an all-inclusive thing. And we do tours. We go to Jeju Island to do tea tours. And while we're there, the shop owner purchases teas, Korean teas and medicinal herbs and stuff in bulk for the store when they get back. She's like, yeah, we do them usually twice a year, once in the fall and once in the spring. And here's all the information to sign up, and the pricing is not crazy. So I'm like, this may be a 2028 thing if they're still doing them. She's like, it's so much fun. We do hikes. There's a farmer up in the mountains that harvests black tea for us in a very traditional method. And so you get to watch him like harvest the tea, and then we take the dried tea home and stuff for the shop. And it's just, she's like, it's amazing. You can kind of choose your own adventure if you want to do more city stuff. You know, there's time for that. But we have these tours scheduled, and meals are included at most of the places we go to. And she's like, it's fantastic. So I'm going to look into it. But I ended up getting the black tea from that farmer and a green tea, and I made that that night, Saturday night. The black tea, oh, it was so good. I had 2 cups of that. So anyway, so Saturday was kind of a self-care, leave Apollo at home, just do what I want to do. You know, it's a lot harder to do that kind of stuff with Apollo, obviously, because he can't go into certain businesses and stuff. So it was just kind of my own little spa day, and then a little grocery shopping, a nice lunch, and then getting a cup of tea on the way home. So it was just very nice. I had a really good Saturday. Came home, diamond painted, relaxed, slept, and that was about it. And then Sunday, just kind of chilled out. Oh, there's a bee on Apollo. Just kind of chilled out. I love when there's sometimes certain bugs, like a bee or something, will fly onto Apollo, and there's nowhere to land because it's all fur, so they're just kind of like rolling around in his fur, and then they're like, I'm all discombobulated, let me fly away. So anyway, so yeah, Sunday was like another chill day. What did I do? I did something because, oh yeah, I took Maverick and Apollo on a morning walk because it was just cooler, and we did a pretty long walk. We did this loop like, I think twice, and then went to the other park just to get him tuckered out. So we did that, and then when I got home, I was like, I'm going to get in the car and do lunch. Come on, buddy. Come on, you got your sniffs in. I went and grabbed a couple ingredients from King Soopers, and I can't remember if I went out to lunch. I don't remember. But anyway, I was listening to Mia's live, and then after her live was over, I just hung out and diamond painted some more and chilled. So it was a pretty chill weekend. And then yesterday, and then that night, I was on the Shenanigans Summer Sparkly Good Time Shenanigans, like members Zoom. I was on there taking Apollo, and because at this point it was the evening, for another walk. So I didn't turn the camera on because I was just on my phone listening in. So I kind of lurked during that, came home, went and got dinner, came home, was hanging out, and they were chit-chatting the whole time. And so I was just listening, and then at a certain point, I think it was like right around like 9:30ish my time. So they had been going for a few hours. I was like, okay, I'm gonna shower and do skincare and hop off. So I did that, showered, did skincare, diamond painted for a little bit, and then it was bedtime. And then yesterday was in-office work, and talked to my mom, and came home and diamond painted, made dinner. What did I make today for lunch? Oh, I just did a I just have like, they're not ramen with the seasoning, it's just the ramen pucks. And I've just been making my own seasoning, making my own broth with different seasoning powders and stuff. And then I threw some pre-marinated bulgogi beef in there and just had a little ramen beef bowl for lunch. That was really good. Sorry. So did that, and yeah, now we're here. Let's probably figure out dinner. I texted Alex to see, Alex and MJ, if they wanted to hang out this evening, but never got a response. So they might just be jet lagged from traveling. Oh, never mind. Alex said yes. Okay, so he's in. So I might see if they want to grab dinner or make dinner. They just got back last night. Grab dinner or make dinner, and then, yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, let's talk about diamond painting stuff, and then we'll talk about why the last vlog, I'm going to probably cut it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stitch the two together. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I do kind of want to combine the two, because that vlog is, coming up on almost a week old now. I think I filmed that on maybe I had both the boys with me while I was filming that. I don't, it's all a blur when I do walks every single day and I film them most days, so it all just becomes kind of a blur. So diamond painting stuff. So I have been working on both my, we can just go through whips. So whips that have not been touched: Amaterasu from Felic Art, no progress. My custom of me and Apollo from Diamond Art Club, no progress. And Stationery Store from Labo Diamond Painting, no progress. So those three haven't touched. Then I have Moonlit Ember from Terra Nord and Mooney Maid. I am almost done with my first row. And then my own kit, Cozy Evening Vibes from MDD. I am now 6 sections away from being done. I'd say I'm 80% there. That has quickly become my obsession whip, where I'm spending most of my time doing that. And I think I'm just going to keep working on it till it's done, and then switch back over to Moonlit Ember. Because Moonlit Ember I am doing for the month of August alongside Leanne over at Diamonds and Doxies, and we have set aside some time to do a co-whip-in chat. And I'm going to try to come up with some tag questions that we can both answer or ask each other, or however. So we're scheduled to film that this week. So anyway, so I'm hoping to get done with my own kit as quickly as possible. Oh, look at this horse is just like loose out here. Oh, we've got a loose horse. Look at the baby. It's a pretty horse, huh? Yes. That's a pretty horse. I don't think you've ever seen one. Well, I guess we've been on hikes where we've seen horses. I was gonna say, I don't think he's ever seen one out of a fence before, but he has. But that's crazy. They just have it in their front yard hanging out, eating the grass. That's a nice way to get your landscaping done. So yeah, my plan is to try to finish those last 6 sections, or get as close to it as possible before I film with Leanne. And then if I do have maybe one or 2 sections left, then yeah, I'll finish them up afterwards. But I'm hoping to get this done as quickly as possible, and then spend the rest of the month getting as far on Moonlit Ember as I can. Those are all my whips. And then come September, I've got the Find Your Rhythm paint along, which the announcement video went up for last week. And so I'll be switching over to Lo-Fi Cali Girl. That's ready to go. Then I have October off to try to finish a whip that's already started. And then it's Mookamania time, which we still need to schedule some meetings about that and get reach out to sponsors and stuff. So I need to work with Mia on that because she's co-hosting, and then I should have one more co-host. So yeah, we've got to get all that done this month. So I've got to start putting some meetings on the calendar. Need to reach out to some people. We also need to meet to send emails out to potential guests for the podcast. And so yeah, there's a lot of admin work to be done between Mookamania and the podcast this month. Start getting those going. I need to dive back into my Google Docs for Mookamania and update them for this year and the sign up form and all that. So we've got quite a bit to do. The next few weeks are going to be busy. Busy getting the rest of the year kind of scheduled. So yeah, that's kind of everything. What else? As far as what I have coming in, I have a shipment that I can't talk about. 2 shipments I can't talk about. One of them will be here tomorrow. The other one I'm not sure. And then I have 2 coming in from Feelook. Oh, okay. Hup. And hup hup. And hup. Yeah, nice. I was hoping you'd do the launch. Nice job, buddy. You feeling spicy today? 2 kits coming in from Feelook. I don't feel bad. But I'm grateful. So Feelook reached out to me. They're going to be doing another collaboration or kind of a launch on their shop like they've been doing the past, all year essentially. That they've been partnering with me to do unboxings for their releases. So they sent me another email and I responded to them, and then I was like, let me go on their site and see what's going on Feelook. It's been a minute since I've checked it out. Well, they released, I'm not sure how long ago, but they released a few kits that are like these surrealist looking images. And they kind of gave me Salvador Dali vibes a little bit, and they are so freaking cool. There was 2 of them that I was like, I'm gonna buy these. And I was like, I wonder if I order them, they can just combine the shipment together or just make it easier. So I reached out to the shop owner. I was like, hey, I was on the site and I found these 2 kits. One of them is called Time Face, Timeface, Time Face. And the other one is called like Surreal Conch, like the shell or the animal, Conch, I believe. I love them both. And so I wrote them, I was like, hey, I'm obsessed with these 2 kits, and I don't think I've seen any content creators do unboxing, so I'm not sure if you did a campaign for them, but I would love to order those, and I'm not sure if you can combine them into my shipment. I'm not sure if you can just put it all together or if I should just order them. Well, they responded and were like, hey, we haven't had anybody, we didn't send those out to anyone, and we really like them too. And we'd love for you to share one on your channel, so why don't you pick one and we'll just send you it with the other one we're gonna send you. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I picked Time Face. If Editing Anthony can remember, I'm not sure if he will. Let me stop the video clip so it cuts it, that way he remembers. So hopefully Editing Anthony will see that cut and know that something's supposed to happen right there. So I picked Time Face because that one I think has some really cool opportunities for some enhancements. I don't think it comes with any enhancements, but I saw that and I was like, it's like this face floating in a desert, but it's like this kind of fluid metallic look. And I was like, oh yeah, that thing needs some metallics or some glass drills and like different silvers and like charcoal colors. I want it to look metal, like fluid metal. I think that'd be so cool. So I picked that one, and once it comes in and I do the unboxing, then I'm gonna probably be reaching out to Summer and Miranda saying, I need some help with this. So it is round drill, but yeah, so that was very sweet of them. So I think the 2 shipments that I can't talk about quite yet, I think between the 2 of those, that's 6, and then the 2 coming in from VLOOK. So, yeah, a lot going on over here. My little stash area in the pantry is starting to fill up. So yeah, I mentioned that I've got a members video that I'm planning to film for Friday. I'll go ahead and talk about what's happening, and then if you want to become a member and go check it out, that's cool. But it's just going to be a little outing day again. I'm going to meet up with Summer and Miranda and hang out. Miranda tossed the idea of potentially filming a whip and chat together, I think, because they usually film their whip and chats on Fridays. So I'm going to bring a whip. I'll probably bring Moonlit Ember. Or if I'm not done with Cozy Evening Vibes, I'll bring that so I can finish it there. So I'm going to bring that. I'm going to see if it's okay to bring Apollo. And I think we're just going to hang out and diamond paint and film a whip and chat. And then I have a couple more kits for them for Merry Thanksmas. And I'm also working on something for them. So I'm probably going to bring that to share. And I also placed an order with them for a couple of putties and one of their diamond painting pens that I'll be picking up. So just a lot of Sparkle or Squad Shop stuff. Squad Shop day on Friday, and then depending on when that's done, I'm thinking of going on a little hike with Apollo and then get home in time to film with Leanne. So it should be a pretty jam-packed Friday, and I've got to be mindful of the clock that day. So yeah, so that'll be fun. But other than that, I'm just, the rest of my year's pretty much mapped out for projects. So I'm just going to keep moving and grooving and then figure out a game plan for next year. Really, the only things I have set are Summer of Soul, the official event. So I'm hanging on to all of my Korean diamond paintings for that, I think. I might keep working on Stationery Store at some point next year since I already have drills down on it, or I might just save it. But I've got Pandora, Labo, and Salmon Japan that will be all new. Labo, technically not because I did the minis, but certainly Pandora, Salmon Japan will be new. And then I've got plenty of Queen's Atelier canvases, so I will not be hurting for kits to work on, and who knows, between now and then I might find a new shop or pick something else up, who knows. And then Mookamania 2027, which eventually I'm going to have to start buying some Mookas, or someone needs to release some new Mookas, because next year I'll have one more from Diamond Painting Shop to do, my final seasons panel. And then I think that's all of the Mookas I have. So I'll either have to pick something from Jada Gem Shop that I haven't gotten from her to test out the new drills, or maybe another shop will have some by then. I'm not sure. So yeah, and other than that, next year, really, the main thing is, as far as next year's plans go, is going to see Mia is really the only thing on my docket for next year. So, yeah. Apo, what do you think? So yeah, that's pretty much everything. This hasn't been too crazy. Certainly been getting a lot of diamond painting done and making a lot of progress on Cozy Evening Vibes, which makes sense because it is quite color blocky and line blocky, and so it's just moving fast. So, and then Janet was like, what do you think? What's your feedback? So I sent her some feedback via text and was like, I'll film a video to kind of give you a breakdown And then I go to sit down and work on it, and then I get in the zone. And then when I'm done, I'm like, I just want to go to bed. And I kind of want to wait until I have it all done so I can kind of give her an early feedback on the finish. And I'm like, I'm so close to being done, but I feel like I'm putting her off, like I'm procrastinating. But I'm just like, I'm almost done, and then I can just show her everything. So I'm trying to power through and hopefully give her feedback, film my finish and review for you all in time for you to see it before or as you start receiving them, if you did order one. So, yeah. I don't know if I can keep up that pace of immediately working on one of my own and giving you a finish as quickly as possible. I don't know if that'll always be the case, but I wanted to do at least this one. So, yeah, that's kind of everything for diamond painting. We also may go camping this weekend. I'm going to talk to Alex about it. Alex's birthday is this Sunday, and then Jeff's is Wednesday? Yeah, Jeff's is Wednesday, so we were trying to do some sort of camping trip or something to celebrate, but it's supposed to be really rainy pretty much everywhere in Colorado this weekend. So Joe was throwing around some ideas of like maybe we could go to the hot springs or book an Airbnb, even though it'd be kind of short notice to do all that. But I haven't heard Alex or Jeff chime in on what they would want. So I'm going to ask him about that when I get home. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. So why the last vlog made me kind of be like, I'm not sure, is I talked about it, I think, on a members vlog, and then on this one that I haven't put up yet that I might smush in with this. I talked about finding this YouTuber who reacts to different videos. He just like watches videos and reacts to them without having seen them. Sometimes I think he's seen them. Anyway, so this person got recommended to me because they did a couple videos about diamond painting drama, and I thought it was funny. And so I started watching more of them, and he reacts to things like resin, the resin community drama, the coloring book drama, the reborn doll drama. Like, he'll just find these niche communities and like find videos where people are, calling out drama or exposing, or they have beef with somebody, and he's like, this is just so crazy. So that's kind of all I knew about him. And then last week I started watching his Twitch streams in real time, live. He does Twitch streams, and anyone can join in, and then those recordings of the Twitch streams is what he puts over on YouTube. So you can watch it live or watch the replay, essentially, on YouTube. Like, that's cool. So I went in there and introduced myself and said I was here because I watched your diamond painting drama videos. And he was like, oh, I really need to get back into the niche crafting videos because those are always so crazy. And I recommended a video. It's like, oh, you want the diamond painting drama? You got to go check this out. So I recommended a video. And you probably know which one it is. And if you don't, it's okay. I talked about in the last vlog, again, I might smush these together so you might know anyway. So I recommended a video to them, and I have no idea, or to him, I have no idea if, they'll actually react to it or not. But I was like, that's the craziest diamond painting video I can think of. So anyway, so I've been watching him, and then I come to find out that he also I knew that he did some reactions to this thing called Girl World, which if you ask me what it's about, I couldn't tell you. But apparently it's this whole thing about these other content creators. I don't know. It's just drama stuff, And so there's a bunch of different YouTubers that are in this girl world. It's like a big community, I guess. I've never heard of it before. So, so his videos, I went back to just watching the replays on YouTube, and one of them, he was talking about some other person in the girl world, and he had personal beef with this person. They used to be friends and met in person and blah, 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 blah. This whole thing. Then, that whoever he was talking about made a reaction video to his reaction video of her video. It was very Inception-y. It's like, what am I getting myself into? But I have no clue what they're talking about. It's just sounds crazy to me. So I just put it on in the background while I'm diamond painting. And this person, the person that was reacting to him, had a lot of very strong words for him. It's very interesting because I almost feel like it's all for entertainment. Like, 1 minute they would be very enraged by him and like, and how dare you, and F this and F that. And then they're like, they keep playing his video, and then the person's like cackling and like, oh, you were so crazy, like smile on their face. I'm like, I feel like this is all for, it's all for entertainment and amping up the drama. But I don't know how much all these people actually dislike each other, or if it's just like a wink wink, nudge nudge, like this is how we get our views, is by coming after each other, but we're all in it, together, is kind of the vibe I felt. Because it was just kind of was interesting. But hop up. But what I gathered from all of that is like, this guy that I just like happened upon and was watching his videos seems to have some problematic stuff going on in this girl world community that he's a part of, that just made me feel like, oh, had I known how icky all of this was and all of this stuff about this whole girl world thing. Ready? Hop up. I probably wouldn't have hopped on the live and like engaged at all. I probably would have just watched passively. But he seemed like a genuinely just kind of funny, kind of comedic person, and I didn't think anything of it. But it turns out there might be some issues with him. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to take that big of a peek behind the curtain, and I certainly don't want to insert myself into anything. I don't know anything about girl world drama and blah 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 blah. So I was like, yeah, I don't even know if I would like if he did end up reacting to another diamond painting video and like mentioned me as like, oh, we got sent this recommendation to watch this video from this person, and then God forbid, someone in the diamond painting community catches wind of it, and now I'm suddenly tied to this person that might be problematic. I don't know. I just immediately was like, oh, uh-oh. So I honestly hope they never react to the video I recommended, because I really don't want to. If there is some sort of weird stuff going on with this guy, I don't really want to be tied to that. So, but he's not in diamond painting community. He just, from what I knew is people would recommend videos of like, this is a crazy video, and he just puts it on and reacts to it with the live chat, and they all just cackle. Like, a lot of it is people that do Dollar Tree hauls, Dollar Tree hauling, where they just buy a bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree and then get on a video and show you all the stuff they got. And then there's he did some about the prepper community, I guess. But the ones that I was most interested in are obviously the diamond painting ones, and like I said, the other crafty ones, like the resin and the coloring book. There's been a whole bunch. There's been a whole bunch of different like niche communities. But anyway, so yeah, I kind of like got excited. I'm like, oh, this guy's like doing reaction videos. I tried that once recently. This is cool. And it would be cool to have him react to another diamond painting video, and one that I'm familiar with, because I didn't know about the ones that he reacted to. And then as I started watching his content, I learned that he's got a lot more like personal beef with people in this girl world community, and then people that he has beef with were putting up videos saying, you better watch your back because I know some horrible stuff about you and your previous relationship and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, uh-oh. So like, maybe I don't want him to react to anything that I suggest. Maybe I just need to just watch from afar. So anyway, so that is the full story. So I'll put the other vlog together. But when I filmed that vlog, that came from a place of excitement. Like, oh, I found this channel and I sent him this video. It'd be cool if he reacted to it. And now I'm coming from a place of like, I hope he doesn't. So yeah, but I got a little burnt out. I kind of binge watched a lot of his content and I kind of got burnt out. So I've been taking a break and going back to my normal watching diamond painting content. And then there's a couple channels that I watch that are about like ocean liners. There's one that I watch called Ocean Liner Designs, and they just released it's like a 2.5 hour documentary about a ship that I'm partway through watching. I'm oddly interested in like ships and planes and like big industrial projects and stuff, hotels, resorts, like big things. There's another one that I watch called Bright Sun Travels, and he goes and stays at different Disney resorts or different like high-end resorts or more middle-of-the-road resorts or travel destinations, and just has a very critical look at them. He stays there for a couple nights. He also does cruises and rates the cruisings, but it's all kind of matter of fact and it's not dramatic or anything. It's just it's just fun. I think he's Canadian. So yeah, I've been catching up on that, just catching up on some YouTuber content while I've been diamond painting. So I've been having some pretty good luck spending some time each night since probably like last Thursday or Friday, getting some crafting done. So it's been nice. But anyway, I will stitch this together with the other vlog. So this will be an extra long video. Because I did respond to some comments. That's another reason why I don't want to just drop that one. So I'll stitch them together, and just know that what you're about to see was filmed before what we're doing right now. So what I mentioned there might feel a little wonky because that was before this. So I might have been saying, oh, I'm getting ready to do a spa day or something like that. Just know that these are out of order. That was from like last Thursday, I think, or Friday. And today's now the following Tuesday. But I don't want to lose the responding to comments. And I think it's fine talking about this content creator. I don't think he's well known in the diamond painting. He seems mostly known for this girl world stuff. So I don't think the worlds are going to collide that much. I'm just, in retrospect, I should have been a little bit more cautious and been like, what's this guy really about? Because from my understanding, there might be more to him than just being silly reaction guy. He's whatever drama community he's a part of, he's very much a part of it. Like, it's kind of his job. Like, this is what he does full time. It's kind of his life. And so I don't know. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna just loop back because we're getting too close to the house. So whoa, I love when there's a cloud and there's a little break in it and the light shoots down from above. I love when that happens. There's like a little spotlight. Oh, well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're doing well, having a fantastic day. Weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we're out here with a dog walk, and Apollo is sniffing like he hasn't been down this road every day. Come on, buddy. He's like super intent. I don't know if there's horses around. People ride their horses around. Like maybe there's a horse that went by or an animal, but he's acting like this is all new territory. Like, dude, we were just here yesterday and the day before that. And I think the day before that we were in, forget where I don't know. Anyway, he's acting way too interested for what he's smelled a lot already. So it's gonna be one of those walks. But I wanted to hop on, say hi, wish you well. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for you. And I'm gonna respond to some comments. Life's going good. Work's going good. Nothing major to report on that front. What else? That's really about it. I talked in the last vlog about needing to rest and regroup. And I did get to bed pretty early the past couple of nights. And I did toss and turn. You know, I'm like, maybe one of the reasons why I stay up late as well is like tossing and turning, and it's hard to get to sleep. So I'm like, might as well just be up doing something until I'm truly exhausted. But so that happened a little bit last night, but I still, because I went to bed so early, I still got plenty of sleep and felt very rested today. Didn't crash right after work. I mean, we just got done with work a little bit ago, and I was like, let's go. And also, I think a reason for that is it is like 75 out right now. It is very smoggy and smoky from all the wildfires, but I am thankful that it is cool. There feels like there's some moisture in the air. Like I feel like a nice little cool moisture as well. I'm like, this is just fantastic. This is what I wanted all summer to be. So I hope this keeps up. Not the fires, obviously, but the cooler temps, such a godsend. So happy about that. I was like, let's go. I checked the weather after work. I was like, what's the weather? It's like, it's currently 75. I was like, get your shoes on, Apo. We're going. We don't have to wait until tonight. So, yeah. I think that's about it. I don't have any major plans for the rest of the week. Today's Tuesday. Don't have any major plans for the rest of the week. We have a site visit at work on Thursday. Matt and Ben rented a boat on Friday, and they're going up to Grand Lake, which I love that area, and I'd love to go with them, but I'm working, and I don't want to I can't do like a 3-day notice. I'm not working. So I'm going to just tell them, too short of notice, unfortunately, and work is picking up. And so, it'd be different if we were slow, but we're not. So, but I'm hoping to hang out with them this weekend anyway, just for a little bit. I don't want to do any nighttime stuff, but they have a friend in from town that went with us to the show this past weekend, and so I do want to hang out with them, but maybe find some daytime hang stuff. So got that going on. I mean, that's really about it. It's just nice and cool in the house today, and it was awesome. So anyway, there's one thing we got to get to, but I'll quickly touch on diamond painting. I am about 3/4 of a section away from being halfway done on Cozy Evening Vibes from me and MDD. I'm hoping to keep picking at that and knocking out as much as I can this month, so I can have a finish for you, so those that did purchase the kit can get a finish and review from me. I'd like to have it done before people start getting them in their shipments, so I'm trying to work quickly. The nice thing is as by design, it has a lot of color blocking and it's pretty simplified. a pretty simplified piece of artwork, so it's moving fast. So I think I can get it done this month alongside Moonlit Ember that I'm working on with Leanne over at Diamonds and Doxies. And that kit I have, I think, 4 sections done on so far. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth. So yesterday I worked on Moonlit Ember. Oh, actually I did work a little bit on my own kit, but I worked on Moonlit Ember, and then tonight I'm going to keep pushing on my kit and try to get maybe like 2 or 3 sections done tonight. Don't have any plans tonight. We don't have to do a late night walk or anything because it's nice and cool. So I'm hoping to get another 2 or 3 sections done on it, take some progress pictures, and then tomorrow switch back over, you know, back and forth. So that's kind of the game plan. I'm just going to let him sniff because there's a little baby dog in front of us that's moving a little slow, so I'm going to let them take the lead by quite a bit. And he seems more interested in sniffing right now, so let him do that. So got that. I did a lot of filming and editing over the past couple of days. I filmed my wrap up for Summer of Soul, and you'll have already seen all this already. So that's done. I think that already went live, maybe? I don't know. I think so. We'll see in the comments. I probably already posted that. Then I filmed my announcement video for the Find Your Rhythm paint along that I'll be doing next month. So that's done and scheduled. I filmed my what else? I had another vlog, I think, that hasn't gone up that you'll see, where I was talking about being tired, needing to reset. And then I also filmed my 4,000 subscriber thank you video. So you should have seen that already as well too. And then we have a bonus podcast episode that either is going up very soon or has already gone up. Probably already gone up. So that's happened as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, now this, and then I'll probably do some kind of whip and chat or something if the weather stays this way this week. So I have myself, including this video, probably scheduled for the rest of the week, going into early next week, which feels kind of good. I feel like I can just chill a little bit maybe for the rest of the week. Come on. And I'm not stressing about filming stuff, which will be nice. Really, the only things that are left on my to-do list for filming is I have 2 more kits from Mirthful Diamond Art to unbox and share. So I'm excited to get to those. One of them I know, obviously, what it is. The other one is a mystery kit, so I'm really excited to crack into that, but I might wait a couple days before I crack into them, just so I can just focus on diamond painting, since I'm kind of ahead of schedule right now, which hasn't been the case for a minute. So that'll be good. What are you sniffing? Are you sniffing everything? Are you sniffing everything? Yeah, we're just giving that other puppy some leeway. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Kid whips, I have Cozy Evening Vibes from MDD and Me. I have Moonlit Ember from Mooney Made. I have Amaterasu from Felix Art, which is most likely not going to be a whip for too much longer, probably. I think that one's going to be adopted. And then I have my Labo Diamond Painting stationery store, which has like 4 sections done on it. I don't know if I'm going to touch that again until next Summer of Soul. We'll see. And then I have my custom of Apollo and me from Diamond Art Club, which I'd like to get done this year, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. We'll see. So 5 whips, hoping to get down to 3 by the end of the month, getting Moonlit Ember and Cozy Evening Vibes done. But we'll see. The focus is Moonlit Ember because it's, I'm doing it alongside Leanne. But we'll see. I have a feeling I'm going to be working a lot on Cozy Evening Vibes again because I just want a finish so I can share my thoughts on it with you guys, since it's my own artwork. I approve the render, so I want to make sure that it passes my my finish and review test. I'm enjoying it a lot now that I'm kind of out of the huge sections of mystical dust that are kind of similar dark blues. Now that I'm kind of out of that, I'm like, oh, this is coming together a lot more as I would expect. Not that the first parts were not good, they're just different, I think since this guy's chilling here, we're gonna try to cross the creek and go around him because we're kind of getting bottlenecked over here. It's just a little baby dog and it's not moving very fast. You ready? This way. This way. This way. Good boy. Good boy. Now we can keep moving. So yeah, that's everything with diamond painting. Kitted up, not started. Couldn't tell you. Maybe 7 or 8. It's a lot. Too many. And then, the only things I have coming in, I can't really talk about. So, when they get here and when what's done needs to be done with them happens, then I will, of course, let you know, but can't say anything right now. Oh, I have my version 2 of the the Drill logo that I need to unbox, but I'm going to wait until I get version 3 so I can maybe do a dual unboxing and compare the differences, I think. I'm going to wait till it gets here, the 3rd version, and then I'll decide. So, and let me know if you would be interested in a the Drill diamond painting at 60 by 60. If that sounds of interest to you, let me know, and maybe I'll use that to gauge a little bit whether or not I should submit it as a piece to be put up on MDD. I mean, it's completely up to Janet and the team if they end up wanting to put it on the site, but I haven't asked for it to be put on the site because I just don't know. I don't know if that would be anyone's jam other than me and Mia. So let me know. And if I get some positive feedback, then I'll be happy to ask her to do so. Or maybe I could talk to her like, maybe it doesn't need to be on the site, but you could just set it in the archives. If someone wants to do a custom, they could just order it a la carte, Oh, we'll see. I'll see what that looks like, what she would want to do. But let me know if you would be interested, because, yeah. But I need to unbox it first to see, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, her renderings are always really good, so. Anywho, that's pretty much everything diamond painting. I don't have anything coming in that I can share, unfortunately, but it won't be too long before I can spill the beans. It's nothing too crazy. I don't have any crazy secrets up my sleeves, really. It's just stuff that I just want to keep under my hat for a minute, but it's nothing big. Are you going to go potty, or are you just going to pull me into the grass? Okay, potty break. Got that taken care of. Excuse me, can I throw this away, sir? He's always on his sniffs, but today's an extra day. Hup. Good boy. Come here. Come over here. Hi. Hi, love bug. You got a lot on your brain, huh? There's a lot of smells to think about. So yeah, and I don't have too many plans on ordering anything right now. I've hit a little bit of a wall with kits, which is I'm thankful for. I'm very thankful for, because a lot of the stuff that I have been getting in recently was sent to me for sneak peeks for the anniversary release from MDD. Mirthful Diamond Painting sent me some stuff, extra kits on top of what I bought. So I'm very thankful that I have these diamond paintings. This is awesome. And I want to keep working with shops for sure. But I've got to come up with some kind of end game for some of these kits that either A, might not be 100% my style, or I just know that it's going to be ages before I get to them. And room is also a concern too. I still have plenty of room in my pantry / storage closet thing in my apartment. And then we have the entire attic that I have a door to off the deck that I can store stuff in. And it's huge up there and it's pretty empty. It's really just got a couple of my own things in there. So, I mean, I have room for thousands of diamond paintings if I really needed to have that many. But it just personally starts to feel like, the guilt of not completing them or working through them as quickly starts to kind of, starts to needle me once I get like over 100 is usually when I'm like, okay, something's got to give. We got to destash or we got to give away. But a lot of what I would want to destash is stuff that's been sent to me. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I would feel about selling something that I did not pay for. And I know there's a lot of feelings on that. And I personally, do whatever you want with the diamond paintings that were sent to you from shops. Whatever, do what you got to do. If you feel right by it, then by all means. I mean, they weren't sent to me, but the ones that are sent to me, I have done this in the past where I have destashed them at like $1 or $5 just to get the bidding starting. When I've done destashes in the past, or if I've gotten it on clearance, I'm not going to ask for I always ask for less than what I paid. And so, for the most part, I think there's been a couple kits that were discontinued or, from Diamond Art Club or something that I asked for the same as what I paid. But I don't think I've ever asked for more than what I paid. And it's almost always less. Even if I bought it for $12, it's getting destashed for $3. That's just, I don't know. That's just feels right by me. But I don't know if I want to do a destash with, like right now I'd say I probably have 4 kits that I'd be willing to let go of and maybe a couple of them were sent to me. So I don't want to do a destash for that small amount and a destash with bid starting at $1. I think they just need to be given away. And luckily, I have an outlet for that now. Well, I have several outlets that don't require me to ship anything. That's my biggest bugaboo is I don't like boxing stuff up, buying the packaging and the tape and coordinating shipping. And it's just, if I don't have to do it, I'm not going to do it. I don't like shipping stuff. So I'd rather just give them away somewhere locally. Be that another crafter that I know locally that I can take them to that would enjoy working on them, or I now have the Squad Shop and their Merry Thanksmas project that they do once a year. And so that I think is going to very quickly become my default of like, I'm just going to take this to Summer and let her deal with it. Sorry. I choked on my own spit. But yeah, I'm just going to give this to Summer and let her deal with the shipping and getting it to people in need. And I can just bring the kits when I have a few. Look at the puppy baby Angel. Look at the oh, he's learning how to deal with his leash. Oh, that makes me want to cry. He's such a cute baby. Look at the baby. I want to go see him. Hold on. He's trying to train the puppy to deal with the leash and the lead and walking with him. He's so cutie boy. I didn't go say hi. They're trying to train. And so I don't want to mess that up, but oh my gosh, he's a cute angel. I want another puppy. Sid, I'm stuck with this monster, huh? Come here. Come here, monster. Come over here. Come over here, monster. Yeah. Yeah, you need a brother or sister, huh? Yes. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh my goodness. He's so soft from going to the dog bath on Sunday. I've just been like cuddling him extra hard. I'm like, you feel like a little furry cloud. But anyway, so yeah, I have that outlet now, so I think I'm just gonna start setting stuff aside and just have a continuous pile. Not that I have like kits just a-flowing in, but you know, I have like 3 or 4 that I could set aside right now, you know. And I that just makes me feel better than trying to like sell or destash. Just, I didn't pay for them. The shop got, you know, what they expected out of sending those kits as an unboxing and sharing them with you all and sharing the link and stuff and showing them. And of course I'm not going to do that with every single kit that I get in sent from PR is just right out the door. Of course I'm going to hang on to stuff and something's going to jump out to me that I'm like, I absolutely have to start this right away and have finishes on some of those things. But you know, it's just the nature of how long it takes for me to complete a project versus how often do I receive a project for unboxing or to work on. It's just math. I don't have enough time to do them all. So yeah, but it's cool. I like the opportunity and I like working with MDD has been really cool because they do get kits out to a lot of different content creators. I mean, I don't even remember how many people they had that were participating in the anniversary release, but it was a whole lot. And I think they're going to continue to share the love and include more people. So that makes me feel good too. I don't feel like, you know, oh, well, this could have gone to XYZ person instead that would do it and complete it immediately. You know, maybe there is, but I appreciate Janet for including me in this. It's all new to me, and I'm also trying to navigate it in a way that feels right to me in the sense that I'm doing right by the shop, but I'm also doing right by what I do with those products after they're sent, you know. And for me, that really isn't selling them. So who knows? Maybe I'd change my tune one of these days. I get a chance to partner with a shop and I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not getting rid of any of these. Which I kind of feel like that about MDD. It's a tough call because I do want to do all of them, but I don't know. I also don't want to be I really don't want to have a stash of 300 something with a lot of them that, you know, just simply will not get done, you know. I don't know. It's just, I'm in my own head. I think I get in my own head about it because I'm trying to take into account like how I personally feel about it, how I think others might feel about it, how the shop that sent me the products might feel about it, trying to like balance all of those things and make it all work. But I'm trying. I'm trying. So anyway, I guess it's a good problem to have and I'm very fortunate, and I'm not trying to brag by any means. It's just what's in my head right now of like what to do. So anyway, last little thing before we get into some comments, and we will probably lap around for a while and just kind of mosey around. I was thinking we could go up the hill, but I don't know if I want to go up the hill today. Let's stay right here while they churn. Yeah, let's stay right here. Yeah. Last thing. I talked about this a little bit in my members vlog, but I got recommended a YouTube channel, and it's this guy who does all he does, at least on this channel, is, oh, there's a horse. We get to go see the horsies. He just reacts to he has 2 different channels. His main channel, I guess he reacts to something called Girl World, which is specifically reacting to a couple content creators that have been around for a really long time and just their personal lives and drama. And it was described like a real-time reality show that people are just really invested in these content creators. And there's a lot of people that do reaction content to what they do. I don't know. But he has a side channel called, not called, but it's a secondary channel where he reacts to just like random obscure things that aren't specific to these 2 people or persons. And a lot of it's reacting to people that do Temu hauls, and AliExpress hauls and Dollar Tree hauls, where they just buy like massive amounts of Temu stuff and they unbox it, and it can be anything and everything, just whatever strikes their fancy. So he reacts to that and kind of the overconsumption of that, but he also kind of reacts to the personalities too. Some of these people have some interesting personalities. And he also reacts to what he calls niche communities on YouTube. So oftentimes that's crafting, what have you. And so he happened to have reacted to 2 different diamond painting videos in the past few months, I guess. And I was just cackling because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting to see someone react who has no idea about the community and really not a lot of information about the hobby or the craft itself, and just hearing from that perspective. And I was like, this makes me feel a little less crazy about the reaction video that I did, because there is some wild stuff out there. And it was also kind of nice to see, it has been kind of nice to see, you know, I know that there's drama everywhere in every community. I just know that as a blanket fact, but I don't see much of it because I'm not in any of these communities. The only thing I knew about really was like skincare and beauty, because I was in that world for a few years. But that's really the only other world. Well, there also is theme park drama, which is crazy. But those are really the 3 things that I've had YouTube content about. So it's yes, I know it exists, but to what extent, who knows? And surely not everything, but everything has it, and like every single thing. And I'm sure there's still some niche communities or crafting communities maybe on YouTube that are truly 100% drama free. But I watched the 2 diamond painting reaction videos he did, and they just made me chuckle, and so it's just started recommending more of his stuff. And I have totally been binging this guy's channel because there's so much insane drama in some really niche communities. Like the Reborn doll drama is insane. I haven't even gotten through his whole playlist of the Reborn doll drama, but what I have seen is absolutely wild. Like these people are cussing each other out and claiming that other people have committed crimes, and I'm getting lawyers involved, and I had to do a restraining order and a cease and desist letter against this person. And oh my goodness, it's wild. In the Reborn doll community is insane drama. And then the resin pouring drama is also equally as crazy, with a lot of legal action and stuff amongst content creators. And whew. So yeah, the resin, Reborn dolls. What else coloring book drama. Oh my gosh, the coloring book community is full of drama. Anything you can think of. And so he'll have people send him links and be like, hey, you should check out this video. And he has a couple people that help him with his research, or they'll take the videos that they decide or he decides he wants to react to, and his editors will just clip the fluff out, you know, the intros, or he gets to the meat of what the drama is about. So like if things don't blow up on a live stream until like 20 minutes in, then they'll cut that, you know, he cuts around it, but he still tries to keep all the context, and they do their best to understand the story as much as they can. But he relies on these other people to kind of help with that. Like, here's where you need to scroll to, or this person's really quiet in the video, so you're going to want to turn up, because he reacts to it sight unseen for the most part. Sometimes he's already watched it, but yeah, so I like it because I don't know anything about any of these people in any of these communities, so I don't feel that sense of like, ooh, you know. I did a little bit with the 2 diamond painting videos, because one of them I did know who he was talking about. I think they do or did comment on my videos. They might even be a subscriber, and they might even be a member. I guess I can look. I should probably find that out. I was confusing their name with someone else. I was like, they can't have been a member, but certainly have at least commented on videos, and I've responded to their comments at least a couple of times. So with that video, I kind of felt like, but a lot of what he was reacting to, and it was just this person's like rant video about, I think they were just calling out a bunch of stuff they hate about the diamond painting community and how awful it is. And that's kind of what the other video that he reacted to was, someone just talking about how much they hate everybody. So I felt pretty much okay, because I'm like, well, these people have grievances with anything involving the social aspect of diamond painting or the community aspect. And he just kept saying like, well, then just diamond paint. Like, you don't have to be on YouTube, and get out of these Facebook groups that you hate so much, that piss you off and give you anxiety. Like, you're not required to participate in that way to enjoy the craft. And a couple times these people would say, I wish I could just diamond paint and not have to deal with all the stuff. And he's like, you can. Just don't do it, you know. But you know, the flip side of that is I understand why people search for community in the crafts that they do as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? But anyway, I found him to be funny, and I find his reactions to be funny as well. But for me, it's mainly just watching the video that he's reacting to, because I'm like, I had no idea that people were out here filing lawsuits and going to the police station to get restraining orders against fellow coloring book crafters and fellow resin pourers. It's just wild. So I'm like, gosh, I thought what we had going on in the diamond painting world was a lot sometimes, but this is like on a different level. So anyway, I've just been enjoying it. It makes me feel not as wrong for reacting to drama content. I didn't feel wrong in the first place, but it's much more commonplace. The reaction thing is, if there's going to be drama, someone's going to look at it and be like, what are you all talking about? And so it's kind of nice to know that it's not isolated. I'm not the only one. People are doing it. I might be the only one that I know of that is in the diamond painting community that has done it about the diamond painting community, but there are people taking a peek at our craziness from elsewhere and have something to say. So yeah, it's not just me. I think that's kind of what I take out of it. And it's just wild to hear some of these stories. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that I was into drama. Like, I've never been into like reality TV. It's never been an interest of mine. I like plots. I like a beginning and an end, usually with like a series or with a movie. And a lot of times these reality TV shows are focused on people that are in a whole different tax bracket. They're living a whole different existence. They live on a different plane of existence than me. And so it's never been easy for me to relate to. And I don't really like any of the other like the Big Brother stuff or the Survivor stuff. I don't know. It's just never been something that can grab and hold my attention. Or like even other things like I've got 160 kids or I weigh 1,200 pounds. Like I've just never. It's just not the type of TV, and I'm not a really big TV person as it is. But I like a sci-fi. I like a mystery. I like a horror. But the reality thing has just never done it for me. But for whatever reason, this reaction channel and like seeing these people just act so wild in regards to a craft or a hobby or shopping, like the Temu stuff, I'm just like, oh my, this is me. This could be me if I just went wild. So that, I don't know, maybe that's why. Like this could be me if I just had a completely different personality type. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And so anyway, so he does a replay of his reaction streams that he does on Twitch, make it over to YouTube. But he goes on Twitch like most days of the week, I think 4 days out of the week. And he continually had his Twitch schedule up on his videos. So you know when he goes on Twitch. I'm not a Twitch person. I've dabbled in it way back in the day. I used to watch Miss Coffee's Twitch stream. And then way back in the day, Nix's Notions used to stream their printing, I think, on Twitch. So I got Twitch just so I could subscribe back when I was interested in Nix's Notions, which not really anymore. Well, I'm not. Just point blank, I'm not interested. But back when I first discovered that shop and was shopping from them in 2022, I had joined their Twitch, but I don't do Twitch. So I had to re-download it and re-log in and found this guy and subscribed, and I joined there for my first Twitch stream of his today. Happened at the last hour of work, so I just had it on the background. And it's essentially the same thing that's on YouTube, but they do a little bit more preamble before he starts reacting. So he's just chatting with his community or whatever and talking, and at one point he was like, I want to get, because I said, hey, I found your channel through a recommended video about diamond painting drama. This is my first time here. And people were like, oh, hey, hello, welcome, blah, blah, blah. And today they were talking about someone that does a bunch of Temu hauls. And the other thing that's funny is one of the things that, yes, he reacts to and has commentary on the main drama or the craft or the hobby or whatever, or the shopping. But a lot of times the reaction is to like the stuff people say outside of what the main beef is or what their problem is. Like people will, and I think because they are emotional or in the heat of the moment or whatever, start talking about a lot of really crazy personal stuff and the like personal drama or beef that they have with somebody else that has nothing to do with the craft, but it's like personal beef, and it gets really real sometimes. And I think that's also what interests me too, is like they put on the video title that they're upset about something that somebody did in the community, or there's a lot of accusations of cheating with puzzles. There's puzzle cheating going on, where there's a lot of drama about it's cheating if you don't break up, like you open up a puzzle, right? And some of the pieces are stuck together, like from the manufacturer, they're like stuck together. It's cheating if you don't break all those up and do it 100% individual pieces. It's cheating if you keep those 4 or 5 pieces that were stuck together out of the box. And you should not be creating content completing puzzles if you're found out to have kept those pieces together. And then it's also cheating if you look at the box. If you look at the image on the puzzle box, then you are not a true professional or even casual puzzler. That is cheating. You're cheating. Some puzzles will have numbers or symbols on the background to help tell you generally what area, like top left, middle left, top right, or middle. It lets you, especially with, I guess, larger puzzles, there'll be codes. So it's almost like you're doing mini puzzles to create a bigger piece. You're doing like 4 mini puzzles to make one big one. Or those can be used for those with accessibility issues. So if a puzzle has a ton of detail on the image and you have eyesight problems or whatever, and you can't quite make out what all the detail is in that one little piece, you can flip it over and know that it's letter A, so you at least know that it goes with the other A's in this quadrant or section. But to a lot of puzzle content creators, that is not allowed, and that is reason to have beef with other content creators that puzzle who do use those, in their eyes, crutches. It's crazy. It's so crazy. So anyway, so that'll be a problem, so that's the video they want to create, is like those that cheat at puzzling. But then you start watching it and you find out that this person's really mad because they believe that this puzzler hit on their husband. Like, you start hearing the real tea that has nothing to do with the craft itself. It's all, a lot of times it's very personal drama, or there's something really, really intense or dramatic going on in their personal life that it seems like they just need to take that frustration out, so they kind of pick somebody. Like, this has nothing to do with the craft, but I'm going to make it about the craft because I'm just generally pissed off. And so he gets really invested in those storylines, like what's really going on here. And I'm also fascinated by that, like kind of the psychology of it. And I think that's why I start to dig into the things that I dig into. So it feels very validating. I don't love him as love is a strong word, so I'll keep using it because I enjoy the content, but I take more enjoyment about just watching the videos, and then sometimes he pauses it to have his reaction, and I'm like, come on, can we just keep getting to it? I'm sure a lot of people think that about me. Like, come on, let's just get to it. So I do enjoy it, and I do like, he seems like a genuinely like just goofy person, but nice at heart from first blush. So I have no qualms, but sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just find out what the video is that he's reacting to and just go watch that. But sometimes his little quips and stuff are funny. But anyway, so I introduced myself, and there's a lot of people in the chat, and the chat's just going boom, 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 boom. So I just said hi, and a couple of people in the chat said hi back or welcome, like OMG, welcome. And then right around the time where he was prepping to get started, he's like, I saw someone come in here saying that they're from the diamond painting community. I need to, we need to chit chat because I want to get back into some more niche crafting, because he's been doing a lot of these Temu haul and AliExpress haul people. How about, it's like, I need to get back into the niche diamond painting. How about, niche crafting community drama, because I think there's some juicy stuff there that we haven't even scratched the surface on. And immediately I'm like, girl, you don't even know, and have I got the video for you? Keep going. So I don't know if it was just someone random in the chat. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna let him sniff because we have a lot to talk. Well, I haven't even gotten to comments, but I don't know if it was someone random in the chat or if it was one of his like editors or whoever was like, yeah, we're gonna need that, because I was like, there's some stuff. He's like, we're gonna need that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I already know which video I'm going to send you, of course, because the other thing is it doesn't need to be recent, like this is brand new drama or anything. He's just reacting to just the general craziness that can happen, even if it happened a long time ago. He has no concern for relevancy. He's not trying to make a point or take a stand or anything like that. It's purely entertainment, which is what I appreciate. You know, there's nothing else to it. I don't walk away from that feeling like, oh, he really shined a light on this horrible thing, and now I totally stand with Sarah from the resin community. It's just like a reality show. It's just, you know, it's just fun to watch, honestly. At least for me. I know a lot of people do not feel that same way and probably will feel some kind of way about me for thinking that it's entertaining, but it is. It is if you're not, you just have to have the right mindset. So anyway, so I'm like, oh, I know if relevancy is not important to you, then the craziest YouTube drama for diamond painting that I've ever seen was that whole Gracie and Abigail nonsense that happened a few years ago, and it was the reason why I did my parody video. And so I sent them the link. So I don't know if they'll or he'll ever, you know, pick that up and want to react to it. But I'm like, that probably for me is the craziest thing and most insane thing I've ever seen come out of the diamond painting community was that live stream that they did. So we'll see if they ever pick it up. But I think it would be pretty hilarious and pretty awesome to see him react to that, because I mean that is up there with some of the crazy stuff that I've seen from his channel that happens on these other communities of people just going absolutely wild. So we'll see. But anyway, so I've been consuming that, and then I watched, Mia had a members video that went up. Leanne had a whip and chat where she was kidding up Moonlit Ember before she went for her birthday little trip. So I watched her kit that up. So we're working on that together now. And we do plan on doing at least one video together while we're both working on it. So that's the plan there. And yeah, other than that, just hanging out, living life. Don't have any plans tonight. I just need to figure out dinner. And we walked by the sushi restaurant, so now that's immediately where my head goes. So I may walk back over here and get some sushi. But let's at least get to a few comments. We'll walk around the school once or twice more. But I get notifications from Diamond Art Club's Facebook account so late. I just got a notification saying, your final release, sneak peek for Saturday's release is here. It's like, it's Tuesday. So I don't know how those notifications get distributed, or if my phone is the one that does that, causes that delay. But they're always like a couple days behind. But anyway. My gosh, I filmed that 4,000 subscriber thank you video. And obviously very appreciative and thankful, but it continues to amaze me. I feel like every time I pull up my little YouTube studio app, it's like, there's a couple more people that found you, and I'm like, oh my goodness, where are you all coming from? I wish there was like an intake form that someone could fill out if they wanted to. And I'm sure maybe I could go into my analytics and figure it out myself, but I'd love to know, like, was I just straight up recommended out of the blue? I feel like most people find me through my channel being mentioned on other videos, or purely through word of mouth from other crafters. I don't know how many people just find me cold, they just kind of fully 100% stumble upon the channel. I just don't know. I don't think my channel is that big enough to be fed to people in that way, But I don't know. I'd love to hear. Maybe I'll just ask you. If you're relatively new, I'd say in the past, well, let's just say this year, because this year's been crazy. If you found my channel in 2026, if you wouldn't mind, even if you're typically a lurker, take a moment, just let me know, like, hey, this is how I found you, because I am truly curious, and I think analytics can only go so far. It'll like, I don't know, I'd have to look at it, but let me know. Because also if I hear, if I hear some feedback of like several people are like, oh, I found you, come on, let's keep moving. I found you through this particular channel. Of course I want to reach out to them and thank them, or, I'm curious. I'm very curious. So let me know if you feel emboldened to pop into the comments. Let me know. But yeah, thanks everybody. Apollo, please stop. It's just this constant, like, medium tug to the side. I'm like, dude, can we please, if you wouldn't mind, not pull me in the opposite direction I'm walking. What's funny is his other thing that he does, which is cute for a little while, is when we're at home and I'm petting him, he really likes to, like, especially if I'm sitting in the office chair and I'm scratching his little butt or his neck or his back, he really likes to lean into it and like give more pressure. He wants like a more intense scratch, so he'll put his body weight and he'll push with his whole body into my fingers as I'm trying to like scratch him, and I'm like, get back up, like, if I was to just remove my hand, he'd fall over. That's how hard he's pushing. And I'm like, can you, like, you're making my chair churn, you're pushing so hard. I'm like bracing myself, trying to give him scritches, and I'm like, dude, please just stand there normal and let me pet and scratch you. But he's got to be like, oh, get in there. I'm like, sir, this is not just me passively giving you pats. Like, I've got to like churn and pay attention. Maybe that's what it is. He's totally his dad's dog. Like, you can't just acknowledge me passively. I need you to churn over here and make this a whole event, a whole cuddle event. Like, sir, can you please just let me scratch you, and then that's fine. That should be good enough. But no, he is my dog. Anyway, Vaughn says, I love the fog too, but because it reminds me of Seattle, not because it's spooky in regards to a foggy hike with Apollo. Oh, that's a members vlog. That's okay. Nothing personal there. So yeah, it's not spooky. It reminds her of Seattle. Yeah, I could absolutely see that. I've only been to Seattle one time, and this was just before COVID. Maybe less than a year before COVID, I went on a road trip. And I was fully expecting the Seattle fog and the rain and the cloudiness. It was so sunny and hot, and everyone's like, we never get this weather. And I'm like, of course I come out here and that's what I want. I want that change of scenery. And no, it was full sun, blue skies, just beating down on us. I'm like, man. So I never got to see Seattle or the Pacific Northwest as it's intended, or as it is typically. But thank you for the comment. Vaughn has another members vlog comment. Oh, she had a recommendation about the how I set up the podcast background. Says, not that you need any of my nitpicking, but I'd position your the drill logo off to the side so your head isn't completely blocking it. We needs to see your advertising. That is good feedback, and I should work on that. Maybe I'll do a whole bunch of tiles of the logo, so it's the whole screen is like maybe 9 or 12 tiles of it. I really didn't think about that, but you're right. Maybe I'll work on that. Yeah, I can work on that. Screenshot. That way I don't forget. Okay. Thank you. Are these all members vlog comments? No. Okay. Okay, this one's more personal, and hold on. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, you will get an update on what you talked about. Sorry, non-members, but there's there's, there are certain things that we talk about over there very rarely. Usually they're getting the exact same stuff, just more of it, but there's a couple things that will remain over there just for personal reasons. Okay, and Michelle, right? Windmills? Yeah. Melissa? Michelle. I'm going to stick with Michelle. I think that's right. It says beautiful. I every time I get confused with, there's two names. Keshma, which is Kathy. Windmills, I believe Michelle. And I think there's one other one. Riot. I always get messed up with Riot too, which I'm about to get called out on. Beautiful. I have Rain Keeps Falling by Ina Morte. I have a soft spot for Grayscale. This is in regards to Tears of the Fallen from Mirthful Diamond Art. I really enjoyed that kit. I was I talk about it in a vlog, I don't know which one, but I was really exhausted and just kind of burnt out when I tried filming that unboxing, and I ended up getting like a little lightheaded, and I think it was just that the temperature change in the craft room, and I was just kind of out of it. So I hope that I still did that unboxing justice, but I really didn't spend enough time commenting on how awesome that rendering is. It's really good. This is a member's comment from Riot, but I'm going to read it, a portion of it. I'm going to read the first part. They said, Anthony, you need to consider Diamond Art Club a new to me shop since they updated their drills. They are so freaking good. Get yourself a recent restock or new release and try them. I only purchased a grand total of 3 Diamond Art Clubs from 224 to 25 for reasons, but since they changed their drills and modernized their render style, I have doubled my entire stash size with DAC since the beginning of the year. Bad me. I can go on. I also get exploring the new shops thing. I've completed 5 new to me so far this year. Have 2 more on the way. It's been great checking out what everyone is doing. It's obvious that the entire community has taken a few big steps forward in terms of quality and consistency. I've been planning out Black Friday shopping with all my new shops. It's going to be crazy. Too soon? No, it's not too soon to plan for Black Friday. I think that's smart. That saves you from impulse buying. So I think I need to do that, and I think planning is a smart idea. Yeah, I will get back around to Diamond Art Club someday. Someday. And it might be sooner than later. We'll see what Black Friday holds. And I totally get the, things have changed in terms of quality, but I've never really had an issue with Diamond Art Club's quality of their products. I've always held them in high regard and considered them one of the gold standards for quality. So the reason I'm, not frequenting Diamond Art Club as much and really haven't at all this year, I think February was my last purchase, has nothing to do with the quality of the canvas. That would be the last thing on the list of reasons why I wouldn't shop. I shop elsewhere. And there really isn't any reason why I'm actively not shopping from Diamond Art Club other than I'm only one person and there are some really amazing shops that I have zero experience with, and that's where my focus has been. So I will get back to them, and I'm excited to see what they've changed. It's very similar to Jaded Gem Shop. From what I understand, they have a new drill manufacturer. I'm incredibly curious to figure all that out and suss that out and see what's going on over there too. And that's another shop that I've always held in very high regard. So I should be seeing what's new from them, but I've got, my Labo diamond painting. I've got Mirthful. I've got Sam in Japan. I've got Pandora. And these are just kits that are, well, Mirthful I haven't kitted up, but I will. But those are all kits that are kitted up, hanging on hooks, looking at me every single day that are going to take precedence. And if I continue to work on what I work on, and let's say that takes another 6 months or a year, then who knows? Maybe by that time there will be yet another improvement or another change to a shop like a Diamond Art Club or Jaded Gem Shop. And then if I wait until then to purchase, I will have the absolute latest and greatest at that time, as opposed to hearing what you're saying, which is very valid, and I'm excited to try updated DAC. But if I was to get now, and then it sits in my stash for 2 more years, and then now I'm back to where I am now, where someone might say, Anthony, you need to get back into DAC because you're missing out. I'm like, I gotta at some point just say, I'm gonna wait until I'm ready and get the latest and greatest at that time. There's plenty to get through right now, and I'd like to get through some of these new shops because I most likely have the most recent version from some of these shops, so it will be the most up-to-date product. You know what I mean? So I'm fine waiting unless they release that Ivy Dolomore that I really want, which I've kind of lost hope on. I'm thinking it didn't get enough votes to be put into production is what I'm thinking. And part of me is kind of kicking myself because I'm like, I should have reached out to Ivy and Diamond Art Club and seen if that was the case. And if it was, asked both of them if I could do that as a custom. I am happy to have my custom of Apollo, but I have a feeling I'm not going to see that kit or that image done as a diamond painting until I get another set of cards, Treasure Quest cards, to do another custom, and then I'll finally be able to get that kit if they would allow it. But I've lost hope that I'm going to see that kit get done as a diamond painting. Where do you want to go, buddy? I feel like we're just circling the school. Let's go over. We won't go too close to the house, but we'll kind of zip around so we can at least get a few more questions done. Then I'm going to drop him off, and then I'm going to go eat sushi. It sounds so good. Right? And what do you want for dinner? I think you have lamb at home. So yeah, but you're right. There's so many leaps and bounds that are being made in terms of quality of product from a lot of these shops. That is just so impressive. These international shops, particularly the Korean shops so far, have really just knocked my socks off. But I will say, I have been working on the first few sections of Moonlit Ember from Mooney Made, and I wanted to be like, Em, you better shut up with how good this is. You better shut your mouth with how awesome this kit is. It's full shimmer, aka, and so far they've all been the highly faceted pyramid style drills, and if those things don't just fit together perfectly and are just a perfect match for that that grid, right up there with Starry Night Studio in terms of the full fairy dust. I was like, you have to be kidding me. This is incredible. Like, we need to get on the path of having more full shimmer drill kits from more shops, because I don't know if they're just manufactured differently, or maybe the mica causes them to just come out of the molds better, or if it just, something's going on with how fairy dust are manufactured. I have yet to run into a kit. Now, I have unboxed and done a drill swatch with a kit with fairy dust that made me question this, but so far, fairy dust seem to be a little bit less trashy or a little bit more uniform. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm crazy. But that Starry Night Studio kit, beautiful. The way that the Queen's Atelier fairy dust fit together, beautiful. Mooney Made, it's beautiful. It's beyond beautiful. It's verging on perfection. Like, truly. Those shimmer drills are, in my opinion, perfection. I hope they never change manufacturers on those shimmer drills. Right up there with Starry Night Studio. MDD's Mystical Dust are more heavily mica coated, so they give a different finish, but they're very well made, and they're beautiful as well. But they look different. Let's cross. You ready? But they're still fit together beautifully. I don't know. But Mooney Maid's Shimmer Dust and this Moonlit Ember full Shimmer Dust kit, it really is something special. I need to talk to Leanne. I know she's out of town. I need to talk to Leanne and see what she's thinking. But if I had been wearing socks when I was working on it, they would have been blown off. So, yeah, I want to see more full shimmer drills. And the Shimmer Dust, Fairy Dust from Mooney Maid is more subtle, a la Starry Night Studio, whereas the Fairy Dust from like MDD and Queen's Atelier is a little bit more silvery, a little bit more intensely mica coated. So they give different effects, but the quality across the board seems to be quite impressive. So I don't know. We gotta fight for more full Fairy Dust, full shimmer drill canvases from some of these shops, because my goodness, my word. Okay, buddy. He's like, well, Dad, we don't really go over here too often. So I'm gonna go ahead and sniff everything. Anyway, but you're right. A lot of big leaps forward. And I have some more commentary on that when I get to the end of the year and talking about the changes I've been really happy to see with shops. And that might not always be, I don't know. I have mixed opinions. I think some good things have happened, even though others might think of them as bad things. But we'll talk about that later on this year. Mirthful Diamond Art Netta says, I'm glad you like her. The rendering is a hybrid. Thanks so much for the video. Of course, thanks for sending it over. I appreciate it. And okay, I read your comment, Vaughn. Thank you. And Vaughn says about the drill for Leopard Leather Works, the podcast episode. Did you get a pen yet? I haven't. That's one thing that I haven't sat down and done is I watched the tutorials and everything on how to measure a current pen that I use that I really like and get those measurements. But the measurement that I came up with for, like, I wrapped the washi tape around my current chubby pen or thick pen that I like, and then I unrolled the washi tape and measured it. It was way bigger than anything that they even had listed on Leopard Leatherworks site. So I was like, I will come back to this at another time and reach out to Tim and Carrie and figure out what I'm doing wrong, but I just haven't done that yet. But I need to, because I know I have some blanks in my Etsy wish list that I want made into a pen. I just haven't properly gotten the measurement and stuff. So I need to do that. I also am looking at trying the 3D printed thick pen from the Squad Shop. They don't do custom sizing. They just have like a regular size and a thick size. But they have a really interesting, I guess you wouldn't call it a churn because it's not 3D printed, or it's not churned like resin churn. It's a 3D printed pen, so I don't know if you'd call it a churn. I guess I'll call it a pattern. They have a very interesting pattern, but it's almost done. It looks like cones that are stacked on top of each other, like cones. And where the cones meet, and then there's like a ridge, so the cone starts again. So it goes narrow, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, narrow. Kind of like Christmas. Think of it like a Christmas tree, but not that exaggerated, obviously. The part that goes in looks at least on the website pretty close to the chubby pen I like. So I think I might like that, and having that kind of that ridge. I don't know. So I think I'm going to order one. They're $10. I'm going to order one, and then next time I'm down at the Squad Shop to pick up an order, I can snag it and try it. Or maybe I'll just ask him, like, before I order this, can I go down to the shop and hold some of them and see which ones work best for me? I don't know. So between Leopard Leatherworks and Squad Shop, I have some pen shopping I need to do, but it's one of those things that it's not really high on my list of like experimenting necessarily, because the resin pen, at least the one that I have from DP Pen Pal, has lasted. It's not wearing down. It's not degrading in any sort of way. So it doesn't make me, I don't feel like, oh, I could get this. And then when this runs out, then I can, when this pen dies, then I have another one, or I can swap. I don't know. It's just not one of those kind of things that degrades. Whereas you use up putty, you use up release papers, you use up washi tape, you use up canvases as you complete them. You use up most of our other accessories. Trays is another one that don't really degrade. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, because I do have one Mooney made tray that I bought way back in 2022, one of the first ones, that I have nicked some of the filament off of the rows, the little ridges between your drills. I have hit that enough time with the tip of my single placer that it chipped off a chunk of the 3D filament peeled up. So I don't really use that tray anymore, because that row they all just kind of get mixed together in 2 rows. So eventually, that's a 4-year-old tray. Eventually they can degrade. Thank you. But that's one tray in 4 years. So I guess I am being a little bit hypocritical with that statement, because I do buy trays. But pens, for whatever reason, it's just kind of low on my collecting list. It might be the lowest thing on my collecting list, but I will. I need to just reach out to Tim and Carrie. They're so sweet, and Carrie is just she's such a sweetheart. She was so excited they were both very excited to participate in the podcast, but she's just she engages really well. I don't know, I just click with her well, I guess is the best thing to say. So anyway, thank you. And then Vaughn goes on to say, in regards to Tears of the Fallen, that her face looks perfect. Yes. I don't know who did that hybrid render, but A+. Anxiety Art Adventures says, fabulous interview with Sarah for our podcast episode with Sarah Richter. Thank you. And Melissa says, I'm excited to know that you will be hosting an event around this, meaning Summer of Soul, next year. I have 2 more Queen's Atelier canvases that I'd like to do. I have one finished from them. I received it as a gift from my secret sister last year. It was called Ciro's Ice Cream Truck. I loved it so much that I ordered 2 more. I also own A Relaxing Afternoon and Snowlight Gaze. I also have A Relaxing Afternoon. I have enjoyed this series. You have some amazing finishes from a variety of shops. Thank you for sharing, of course, and thank you for watching. We'll make that the last comment, because I'm backtracking now. Yeah, I just loved that. I love that series so much, because I have an interest in Korean culture, artwork, music, beauty and personal care, cuisine. I love it all. I've been watching some more. They call them BL dramas, boys love, and it's like gay dramas, Korean dramas. I've been getting into those to try to pick up some more Korean, but also the stories are good. And again, not usually my cup of tea in terms of the style of show. I usually don't like a romance, but these are kind of silly. Some of them are silly. I have to find the right ones, because a lot of them I see are like high school age, and I'm not into like the high school, like what was that show, Euphoria? No, I've aged out of that type of at least for me personally, I feel like I've aged out of that type of show or movie. Like I would, like anytime I see like high schoolers go on I'm like, no. Teens get stuck in a blah blah, no. So it is kind of difficult to find shows that'll fit, but I have found a couple different streaming apps. There's a couple on YouTube, but anyway, so it was just going to be a perfect fit. And of course I would fall in love with all things diamond painting and Korea. Like, of course I would. Those are 2 interests of mine, and seeing those come together is just really cool. So, yeah, it was pretty solidified early on that I'm probably going to make this a yearly thing. And I think next year I'm probably going to skip the September paint along, and just have 2 formal events I do every year with sponsors and potentially co-hosts, and try to get other content creators and crafters involved. And that'll be Summer of Soul, May, June, and July. Cut out April, May, June, and July, and then Muka Mania, November and December. And so 5 months out of the year I'll be running an event, and that'll be that, and I'll just set up those 2. Now, never say never. I'm sure I might find a kit or kits that really inspire me to do some sort of informal paint along, but we'll cross those bridges when we get to it. But I think going forward, I'll have those 2 events set in stone. Every year you can, set your, mark it in your calendar that you've got Summer of Soul and Muka Mania. So, yeah, this way. Hi, little cutie boy. Do you want to have a freak out over here? Get over here. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? That's it. That's it. Get over here. You get over here. You get over here. What? No, not a full freak out? I think you don't need one. I don't think you need a full freak out. Come here. Come on. Go. Hey. Oh, that's it. There we go. There he is. Get over here. Get over. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's it. That's it. I love Bug. You're so cute. You're so clean. So yeah, those will be official. Oh, what? Oh my word. Okay. That's enough. We can freak out more at the house. So yeah, those will be the 2 events I do each year going forward. As long as there's Korean shops or even Japanese shops, and if more pop up from other, from Eastern or Asian small shops, and of course they could find their way into the mix as long as they, pass my sniff test of in-house or legally licensed and the quality is there, then of course I might expand on that. But yeah, I'm excited. Maybe one of these years I'll host Summer of Soul from Korea. That would be cool. Do a video from Korea. So, all right, I think that'll be that. Thank you all for coming along. I appreciate it. Didn't get through too many comments, but a few. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Say goodbye. Hup. Oh, good boy. Okay, bye.